Hi everyone, I'm Craig McKinlay, New Business Director at Kensington Mortgages. Over the last few weeks, we've hosted a number of webinars about the effects of COVID on the mortgage market. Our most recent session is all about technology, and in this video, Peter Harte from Mortgage Brain will be talking about the opportunity for brokers from the latest technology.
What I think I'd like to start by doing is look at some actual trends within the marketplace. In the last 90 days, we have looked at over 39% increase in sign-ups to Criteria Hub and an increase of 7% in terms of people who are on trials using that technology to assist their clients compared to the previous 3 months. If we look at the actual volume of searches taking place, then you could round that up to 265,000 searches have taken place over the last 3 months looking at different lenders' criteria within Criteria Hub. If we look at that and look at in terms of technology as an enabler and as a time saver, then if we were to run all of those searches through and say it was 5 minutes per search with either a phone call or looking on a lender's website, you're looking at potentially 918 days over the last 90 days in total have been saved by advisors by using technology. That's technology acting as an enabler. If we then look at the other key element, which is, well, how much will you lend to my client? We are now in a phased out live rollout of Affordability Hub. And since coming out through pilot and during this early phase of release, 25,000 inquiries have gone through Affordability Hub, account to loans totaling over 4 billion. Once again, if you look at the amount of time that's saving, 15 minutes per search per lender, feedback from brokers has said that they would normally look at least 3 lenders' affordability websites, then we're looking at 781 days saved by advisors by using that element of technology. It's not replacing the advice, it's helping you with the advice. If we look at some actual numbers based at ESIS volumes and product availability, if you look at the 12th of April as being probably the main down part of our marketplace when, as a market and indeed as a country, we weren't sure how COVID was going to impact on us, then the ESIS volumes are nearly back to pre-COVID levels. They're up at 23.6%. And product availability is up at 21.6% as well. So the market seems to be there. The demand is certainly there from clients. But the last box to cover off on this slide is actually that up to 24% of advisors don't have a website. And I think in terms of the market and how people are going to move and how people want to engage with you and how you can attract your clients, then that's possibly a key area to be looked at. There's been a lot of talk in the marketplace probably over the last 2 years in relation to APIs. Just what does that actually mean for in this marketplace? In essence, an API enables 2 parties to talk to each other. In this case, the lenders and providers and the CRM system to exchange data, where the lenders, the third parties, will open up and say, if you can send us this data in this format, we are then able to consume that data and respond accordingly to you. And if we look at some of the ways in which you would do that within a broker, well then within your CRM system, you would already have filled out the electronic fact find. You already would have the product selection via the sourcing solution. You would have produced an ESIS that you would check your criteria and your affordability. Where we're seeing APIs being used at the moment from the lenders and providers is to assist with that DIP submission, the FMA submission, case tracking documents submission, payments, etc. For the lenders then to carry out their particular parts of that journey, the credit check through to completion and servicing in their world, in their environment, in their systems. The APIs enable that two-way transmission of data. If we were to look at the future as to, well, what could that API journey look like? What it could mean is that actually certain elements that we used to take, or the journey that used to take within lender systems and provider systems, could actually now take place post or pre-submission. Things such as income assessment, HMRC are looking at opening up APIs and we're already engaged in talking to them about that. Document assessment, there's technology to be able to read documents and look for key phrases so that you can actually then send that to the lender accordingly. We've already seen in the last few months, actually, the speed at which lenders have evolved to be able to set up AVM or desktop valuations. Well, clearly the technology that is there could actually mean, well, why couldn't the broker do that at the point of submission? And then, as I said, we've already got the case tracking and document submission. At Mortgage Brain, we're talking to a number of providers about electronic ID and verification to smooth that process, using technology to enable you so you're not having to try and photocopy passports, driving licenses, etc., scan it and then send it to the lender. If we can then use that technology, then that's really where we start to see some enabling to actually get to the point that potentially what we're looking at is a digitally packaged case. And certainly those solutions and those conversations are all taking place and are ongoing. And APIs will be an ongoing journey. They won't be something which are delivered now and tick box, great, that's done. They're going to be constantly evolving and constantly developing.